Hello there, welcome to Spoon Daisy TV. Philosophy breakdown number something. Let's call it number 13. It's my lucky number, and it's probably about right, probably pretty close. So yes, what we are talking about today is how men see the opposite sex, which I believe is female. And maybe many others, but let's just stick to, keep it simple, just two for the time being. Yeah, so I've recently been like online dating and not taking it too seriously, no expectations, just, enjoying. Just there for conversations if it happens, and potentially something more, but no expectations. And so I'm speaking from 40-something years of life experience in the world, and so I have actually raised kids, not my own, but my adopted children, and I just had this breakthrough. I've been studying from Dr. Orion. He does psych hacks on YouTube. He's a very, very smart, switched on dude. And it's really important, the psychology, and understanding that helps so much. And just the last couple, it was just a couple days ago, I just had this thought. I was like, what if I see a potential mate as the mother of my children? And everything changed. Like, I just instantly thought of any female potential partner as just another 6 levels of complexity. Because we are, as in the traditional male role, we are working hard to create a good life and hopefully a better world. We have to think bigger than just ourselves. So so it's the difference between a 15-year-old perspective of just every attractive female. It's just like, yep, you just want to hit that and and not think much further. And men can still retain that very childish perspective for quite a long time, potentially indefinitely. So it's a good thing to consider. Like, at 15, you don't have to start thinking about kids, but in your 20s, 30s, it's good to think a bit more in depth about your potential partner. And instantly that the field narrowed just when I thought in those terms, and just how well I would have to get to know a woman before I got into a serious relationship. And my previous relationship not that long ago, my partner was very adamant. She was very clear that she had no interest in having kids, and that was fine. I had no problem with that. Doesn't bother me if I have kids. I mean, it's just a cool idea that could happen. It's not something I'm planning to do. It's not something I feel is necessary in any way, shape, or form. It would be more if I met a woman who wants to have kids, then I would, and that was my partner, then I would feel that responsibility and be happy to do that with her. And it's a magic experience. My adopted kids are amazing, and their mother's a really good mother. And that was one of the most special experiences of my life. But even with my just yesterday, I was thinking about my ex and how she didn't want kids, but I realized I could still view her in that exact same light, like, because they become the goddess, like, you know, the guardian of life and everything. That just, it's a nice way to see that, and I think it's creating a huge amount of insecurity in women these days, that they're just seen as a sex object, which is, you know, just sexual gratification is pretty shallow, and it's not a secure bond between two people, because you can get that anywhere, and it's everywhere. It's just splashed here, there, and yeah, we're in a sexual commodity culture, unfortunately. But anyway, yeah, and just the fact that my ex didn't want to have kids, I could still see her in that light, that if I was, you know, she would be the mother of my kids if that was going to happen. And yeah, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And you know, yeah, I didn't think I could look after a dog when I first got a dog, so that was a learning curve. And then I didn't think I could be a parent when I started looking after kids. And you know, my youngest adopted daughter was 8 months old, so she was a baby. Saw her take her first steps, say her first words, everything. So it was, and yeah, I didn't think I could do it, and it turns out it's not that hard. It's, you just have to be there, and if you're, you know, looking after yourself, then you're able to look after a little person as well, and they kind of look after themselves. They let you know if they need something, and yeah, and it's fun. It's amazing. It's one of the most special experiences you'll ever have. Yeah, and it's just so important to maybe step up at some point from, you know, in your teens and your 20s, like, it's not, yeah, you don't have to adopt that deeper perspective, but maybe the sooner the better, just for the sake of your relationships. Maybe it's going to be that much better. So anyway, I think that's all on that topic, and we've got another one coming up very soon, straight away, which I think is just as important. So let's get to that. All right, bye. That was Spoon Daisy TV, and you can subscribe if you like. I don't care. Anyway, yeah. Mad hippie in the bush. All right, bye.